flying through the air like that?
My fault. I mean, it was good. I mean, I've been wanting to get like a actual fast break this whole year, and I got that. It was a good thing we was winning at a comfortable lead, and it just felt good.
And we kind of talked about last game, the Tulsa game. To build the lead, then protect it. This
Hmm.
one, maybe a little nervy moments, but never got below 10. You feel like you guys are starting to make a little bit of strides there?
For sure, like I told you last game, I kept glancing at the clock, like every time the ball stopped, and we had a comfortable lead. I don't know what they ended up getting it down to, but I felt comfortable pretty much the whole time. So yeah, we're getting better with that, and I'm happy.
Tyson, do you feel the same way that you guys are taking strides in the right direction and protecting these leads?
Absolutely. I mean, you learned enough from what we were going through. Now you turn it into wisdom, understanding. So I believe that we are making that turn. We had 2 games back to back where we had a nice little lead, but now we had the wherewithal to protect it. So it's good sign.
And that's a team that has lost once in the last like 2.5 months. Had all the momentum coming in. How good is it? Does this feel like you guys are scraping the potential now that you guys showed today? What's possible.
I don't know if it's scraping. I think it's just believing in the potential. I think it's putting everything together from the coaches. Between amongst the coaching staff, the players amongst the players, and then between the players and the coaching staff. So it's just about believing. I talked about being down before and having the wherewithal to come back. Having the mental fortitude to fight through adversity. Countless people on our team have done it. We've done it as a team, as a program, and that's just what we continue to do. Continue to fight. We're hard nosed. It's what soccer basketball's always been about.
And Craig, I remember talking to you down in New Orleans. That was kind of a low moment for you guys to bounce back the way that you have. What do you think that kind of says about this team to pick yourself back up and respond like this?
It's a big thing for us, especially responding the way we did against the second best team in the conference record-wise. Like you said, they had the momentum. We were trying to find our edge. We had more grit today. Everything, we've just been more enthusiastic. I guess that's the word. Just really just being more of a team and just everything we've been preparing for, and just coaches has got us prepared, and we're doing it as players. So we're finally doing our jobs. Everything's going to work out how we plan.
I know we talked before too about making the other team feel you guys on defense. And did it feel like this was one of the first games for 40 minutes you guys were kind of imposing your will? They were doing what you guys wanted them to do.
No, let me answer that. Like watching it and even being out there, like we've been working on it, and it just looked great. I don't know what y'all saw, but it felt great to be out there, and we just felt connected, all on the same point. I know a couple of times like they just had to throw up something because they really had nothing else to do, and yeah.
I could say this. He's not in here right now, but Dexter Dennis did a hell of a job tonight. Kendrick Davis is electric. He's a 3-level scorer. He knows how to make the right plays. And Dex did a really good job on him. Coach Lou did a great scout. The whole coach staff did a great scout. Everybody locked in, but Dexter did a really good job, on the ball today. Just making him, have to fight for everything. 1 for 7, somebody that averaged 20 points. That's hard, hard to do. I've been in that position before, so to have somebody limited to 1 and 7, Dex, he did a hell of a job tonight.
I'm sure you've gone against him in practice. What does he do a good job of against these he guards the best player every game. So what is he? Is he almost just like he's just up and in him and just kind of wears him down, or what is it about Dexter that makes him so good?
It's just in my opinion, going against him, why I like to go against him a lot because it gets me better. It's just he's an athletic, taller guard. He can move his feet. And then if you beat him in the counter move, he's athletic enough to beat your second move. And that's really hard to score against, and I think that, with the height difference between Kendrick Davis and Dex today, I think that really worked in our benefit. So I just say his physical attributes mixed with his athleticism, is what really makes him a special defender. And he just wants to play defense. Like, he really wants to play hard. He made it his objective to shut him down tonight.
And Craig, what does it feel like when it's, like Ricky said, it's like connected on the defense? Everyone's pulling in the same direction on a string. What's that feeling like, or what's the difference, when it's working like that?
It just feels really great, because one thing we've been working on all week, all year is just making sure we can play a full 40 minutes, like you said. And defense is a big part of how we play, how we get stops, And it just today we just put it all out there, and it's just a big step moving forward.
And Ricky, recently you've been able to hit some big shots down the stretch of the end of games. Kind of what's gone into that mindset of being able to finish them out on the offensive end?
I mean, you just can't feel pressure with it. I mean, the more you think about it, the more it's just gonna feel like a pressure shot. I just try to hit the shot that I would do if it was the first 5 minutes of the game. So that's how I look at it, and I mean, credit my teammates. I remember Dex threw the good pass when it was a trap. Like, he probably almost had a turnover. Just belief in my teammates, and they believing in me. Just got to finish.
Tyson, it seems like when the bench plays as well as it did today, with Ricky and Kenny and Monzi, all three of those guys played pretty well. I think you guys outscored them by like 25 on bench points. So just how much of an advantage is it having a bench like the one that you guys have when they're playing like this?
No, it's good. Obviously every game we want them to play, amazing, up to their potential. But a game like today, like, we really needed this game. This is, I kind of call it the Super Bowl for the game. It's, I felt like it was that much on the line for our season, at this important juncture. So to have those contributions from, Ricky, Kenny, and Monzi, I felt like Kenny and Monzi really made some big plays that might not show up in the stat sheet, but just the way they were able to swing the momentum in our favor were really huge. Kenny hit a big three. Monzi kept getting offensive rebounds for a putback. Those are things that, they might not have 20 points like we had, but like those, I feel like those are kind of crucial than some of the buckets that we even had. So it's just a great job, a great time to be on the court, seeing those guys be successful, because it really helps our team.
Tyson, you just mentioned, you said it was kind of the Super Bowl for the game. How big of a momentum shift can this be for you guys moving forward?
Everything happens exactly how it's supposed to. Like I said, we went through what we went through, and now we fight. It's February. It's time to win. Point blank.
It's kind of like the next challenge. I mean, you guys have done this 3 straight times at home now. So the next challenge, putting it together on the road.
Yeah, I feel like, when we go on the road, I think we still have good energy. Obviously, we lost a tough one in Tulane last game, but I feel like when we go on the road, we had a good energy. Everybody's locked into what we need to do. So it'll be exciting to go down and play what we need to do. I'm just excited to continue to go. No matter where we're playing at, I play outside. So, chill, bro. Yo, this nigga is Dave.
Oh, I just realized what he said, bro.
Great win by us. I thought Dexter Dennis was key to the game. He's the best guard defender in our conference. Hopefully he'll get Defensive Player of the Year. He's going up against an NBA guy in Kendrick Davis, who averages 20 points a game, 5 assists, 90% from the free throw line. He held a guy to 7 points tonight. I thought that was the key. In the first half, I felt like we executed on offense. We were getting the ball where we needed to get it. Guys were taking good shots. They went to that 1-3-1, and I thought that kind of slowed us down for a bit. We went 5 or 6 minutes without scoring. We did a better job when Ricky got in the game, getting it to the middle and just attacking. But overall, I thought it was a great win. We only had 12 turnovers, and we don't turn it over. We make wide-open shots. We've always defended at a high level, and we did a great job tonight against a team that can really score the basketball.
You mentioned, Dexter's defense, just the 7 field goal attempts too. Normally he's shooting 15, 16 times. Does that almost speak just to limit his shots too? Is that a big number too?
Yeah, he's an NBA defender, man. He's long, he's athletic, he understands being in the right spots. I thought the 2 big guys, Morris Udeze and Kenny Poto, did a great job in our ice defense, making the point guard see 2 people. But, yeah, it was Dexter. He was always in the right spot. When the kid didn't have the ball, he denied him. So he did a great job, and that was the #1 key to the game.
And just overall on defense too, just felt like you guys were, they were doing the stuff that you wanted them to do. Was that, one of the first times where you felt like you guys had got back to that, the level of defense that you were used to playing? Did it feel like a return to that elite level?
Yeah, our defense pretty much most of the year has been good. I think it's been the turnovers and the bad shots that caused us to lose games. But the defense was excellent. Right there, the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game, they got in the bonus and the double bonus. So that's when we went back to the zone. And I felt like the zone was good too. We changed it up. We went 2-2-1 back zone, and that kind of slowed them down. And we didn't pick up as many fouls, and they had to shoot jump shots, which they didn't make tonight.
Ricky, isn't starting, but he's finishing games. What makes him so good down the stretch? We've seen it now here for a couple of games. At the end, he's just making big buckets.
He's fearless. He can score the basketball. He's one of those guys that can really create, and we like to have him in the game when we're in the bonus because he draws so many fouls. And when teams press us, we try to put him in the middle and let him attack. And we also do that against the zone because he made good decisions, and he made some great ones tonight.
And then Tyson said that he's called this the Super Bowl before the game. Just the magnitude of it for you guys. How big of a momentum shift can it be in catapulting you kind of back where you want to be?
I think anytime you get a great win like that, it's great for your team. Those guys feel like we can win. We had 3 or 4 games in the league that were close games, back and forth. We came up short, but those guys keep battling in practice. They keep working. They keep working on their weaknesses. And it'll be a tough game Tuesday against Central Florida, another good basketball team. But as long as we play the right way on offense and defend at a high level, we always got a chance to win these games.
What is it about Ricky down the stretch of these games? He's been scoring a lot down the stretch, key baskets. Is it just like the size? I mean, he just has good size that he can just create his own shot, or what is it about him that makes him special? In these last 4 minutes of games.
He's confident. We've talked to him more about winning games. At the end of games, we got to win them. We can't be out there just hooping. Don't turn it over. And I felt he did a great job tonight. He played within the system. He defended at a high level, and he didn't turn it over. That's the key. As long as he's doing that, he's one of the better scorers in the league. He just got to continue to take good shots. I would say 65% of his shots need to be him attacking the rim. He did a good job of making stationary shots tonight as well.
Did it feel like maybe not a perfect close, but a step in the right direction? I don't think you guys ever let it below 10. So maybe some nervous moments there for a little bit, but I mean, does it feel like a step in the right direction in protecting leads, or is it still too many nervous moments?
Yeah, I was nervous there. I felt like they were scoring, and it was at the free throw line. They were scoring, and the clock was stopped. That's why I wanted to go to the zone. At least in the zone, you're not going to foul, and it takes time off the clock, and now they got to beat you with threes. So that's why we switched it up. But I felt Ricky hit a key shot, and guys made free throws. We were 18 for 20 from the free throw line, and that was huge. If you don't make those free throws, now you get back on defense and they make a shot, it's a closer ball game.
How much of a swing can, when your bench plays as well as it did today, I think like 30 plus points off the bench, how much of an advantage is that in games like this, when it's close and, two great teams?
It's huge when the starters are not scoring it as well, and that's why I bring Ricky off the bench. He could start anywhere in our conference. He could start for us easily. I just like the way he impact our team coming off the bench because it's like instant offense off the bench. And then Kenny Poto comes in the game, and he stretches the defense because every game he's been making a three. So we like to go to Kenny as well. When him and Ricky come off the bench and they're able to score baskets, that just makes our team a lot better.
Would you say this recent stretch is more indicative of how you saw this team playing than maybe a month ago?
Yeah, exactly. These guys always could defend at a high level. I think the reason we're winning now, we're valuing the basketball. We're not turning it over. 12 is that number. You don't need 14, 15, 16 turnovers. You got to be able to take good shots. You got to go inside. And I felt we pounded in early tonight, which allowed us to get some wide open threes. But this is definitely what we thought we had going into the summer. And we just got to continue to play well. We got to be able to go on the road and get some wins.
Is that kind of the next step? You guys have done it 3 straight at home now. The challenge on Tuesday, just putting it together finally on the road.
Yeah, we got to put it together on the road. In order to be a good team that's going to finish at the top of this league, you got to be able to win road games. And last year we were able to win some road games. Our non-conference, again, we won road games. And we just got to go on the road and start closing these games out. As long as we go on the road, defend at a high level, value the basketball, don't turn it over, take good shots, we'll be in all those games.
Kind of the opposite of Ricky. Tyson is kind of the one that's started out on fire for you guys, especially this game in Tulsa. Just how key has that been in just building up these leads
I think when Tyson makes shots, it opens it up for Morris inside because teams have to double him. And when you double, it's a scramble situation, and you may leave a guy like Tyson open. So he's taking good shots. He was 4 for 10 for the night. He made 7 threes against Tulane. We need him to continue to do that. He's our leading scorer, and we want him taking wide open shots. We got to continue to screen for him to get him shots, find him in transition, and he's got to make shots like he did tonight.
You mentioned, obviously Ricky, instant offense off the bench. You like how he changes the game coming off the bench. Is it tempting to put him in the starting lineup though and get that right off the bat, or how do you kind of make that decision? Is that a tough one for you, or?
Yeah, I like having my best defensive team on the floor because those guys really defend at a high level, and I don't want those teams getting off to a good start. Ricky's going to be in the game within the first horn anyway. He just got to continue to defend at a high level, value the basketball, and take good shots. All right, thank you, guys.